Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Gurudeva ki Jai, Shri Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Samasta Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai, Saparsad Gaur Hari ki Jai, Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Govinda Gopinath Ju ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Raman Ju ki Jai, Vrinda Devi Tulasi Maharani ki Jai, Giraj Govardhan Ju ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bo, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, dear devotees, please accept my obeisance. Offering pranam to most beloved Guru Pada Padma, Paramaradhitam Asto, Tarasata Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev, to Nitalila Prashram Om Vishnupad Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, to all assembled Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, please accept my pranams. So I am here as a very junior member of this assembly.
If you take it from this life.
But I will do my service of repeating the Harikatha of our Guru Varga, especially of our Shri Gurudev, and pray to him and to all our family members, all our spiritual family, to be pleased. This is the most beneficial activity, to hear and to speak the glories of Shri Krishna and his beloved associates. Again and again we are recommended to hear Punya Shravana Kirtana, this, not just to speak but to hear. So that's why this place is very auspicious, this Bhakti Ashram, because the dear devotees here and our beloved host Jagannath Prabhuji are always hearing Harikatha and inviting Vaishnavas, and also every Sunday you're having programs, so this is a very beautiful activity. So today we're observing Akshaya Tritiya, tomorrow also in India, so this is a very auspicious day. Gurudev described this to be the day of creation. Which creation? This world, this universe? When? Long time ago. It's also described to be the first day of different yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga. Now the question is, when will be our birthday, right? We're all very attached to this body and this life, this universe, this world. One time in Los Angeles, Gurudev was saying, I'm tired of hearing about birth and death. In what scenario? About this world. Los Angeles, 99. Everyone was saying, Gurudev, the bombs are going to drop very soon. The world's going to end. There's going to be World War III. Gurudev said, I'm sick and tired about hearing the bombs that are going to come. He said, if the bombs are dropping, we will run towards them. But as long as we have life, we should hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, chant Krishna's names, practice Bhakti Yoga as taught by Sri Krishna. So we are very attached to this life, right? And past, present, future, this chronology of time according to our conception of life. But Akshaya Tritiya is a very special day. Akshaya gives you an imperishable result. For what? For any spiritual activity. What is a spiritual activity? Real spiritual activity is something related to that spirit, the Atma, not the body. Nasato vidyate bhavo na bhava vidyate satha, Krishna speaks in the Gita. That which is temporary is never eternal. So it's birth, it's death. What is the cause of celebration or the cause of distress? Krishna tells Arjuna, there's no cause of celebration for birth nor for death. We should understand the soul is eternal, primeval, eternally youthful, the oldest and the youngest thing, the spirit. So Akshaya Tritiya means, how can we achieve our spiritual birth? Hare Krishna. Jai, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rajalila, we just met earlier today.
Jai, Haribo. Yes, Jai, Rajalila Mataji. Just met you today, right? Very nice. Please have a seat. Have a seat, have a seat. Welcome, welcome. It's a nice seat waiting here, and here, and here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Your name, Prabhuji?
Eugene.
Sorry? Jim. Nice to meet you, Jim. Raja Leela. Very nice. Hare Krishna. So we're just speaking about this spiritual birth. Akshaya Tritiya. Everything okay? No, you're fine. People can sit there, no problem. So, Akshaya Tritiya. The beginning of the Bhagavatam. Janmadhyasya yatonvayadi taratas chardeshva bhigyasvarat tene brahma hridaya adi kavaye muyanti yatsuraya tejo vari mridam yata vinimayo yatra trishargo mrisha dhamnasvena sadhani rasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Spiritual life. Spiritual life. Nowadays, if you look up spiritual life and you look up popular influencers, most of it's how to be happy with this body, how to enjoy with this body, how to be peaceful and satisfied. But they don't talk about the soul as distinct from the body and how to achieve real spiritual birth. Janma dasya. Janma, that is the starting of creation. Janma dasya. But Krishna is not only speaking about this, Janma. What is Atma Janma, the birth of the soul? Bhakti Lata Bij, by the mercy of Guru, spiritual life begins. So that is not according to past, present, future of this world. How to achieve true spiritual birth. That is the purpose of Akshaya Tritiya. Therefore, on this day, we're supposed to perform spiritual activities like we are doing here, Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan. This gives nourishment to the Atma. Then the Atma can sprout and blossom. The seed of Bhakti, Krishna Seva Vasana, the tendency to serve Krishna, can manifest in the heart. So this is our purpose of our activity today. Otherwise, how many worlds have come and gone? How many lives have come and gone? When Srivas Pandit's son left this world, Mahaprabhu was performing Sankirtan. Srivas Pandit said, don't stop the Kirtan. Kirtan must go on. So despite the calamitous situations we are faced with in life, despite the pain and suffering we are faced with in life, if we want to achieve our own salvation, our own perfection of life, we should take advantage of days like this to perform spiritual life. Real spiritual life. What is that? Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dhridavrata. Krishna says in the Gita, you should make a firm vow. Dhridavrata, firm vow. What is that? Satatam kirtayanto mam. To continuously engage in Krishna Kirtan. What is that Krishna Kirtan? Gurudev would say again and again, who is the best Kirtaniya? Best Kirtaniya? Shri Sukadev Goswami. He performed continuous Kirtan to Parikshit Maharaj, and simply by the process of hearing, Parikshit Maharaj was liberated, achieved spiritual birth. Before the snake, Takshak, bit him, Gurudev said he already had achieved his Nitya Siddha position, his eternal position, Sadhan Siddha, Nitya Siddha position as Srimati Radhika's Kinkari. So, hearing. Gurudev said by the process of hearing, Bhakti appears in the heart, takes her seat there. How do we achieve this? It's described by Rupa Goswami. Shuddha Shattva Visheshatma Prema Suryang Sasamyubhak Ruchibis Kritrama Shrindo Bhava Muchyate. What is that mood of the pure devotee, and how do we taste it? How do we taste the mood of the devotee, pure devotee? How do we get that ray of bhav? Nigama kalpa toror galitam phalam sukha mukad amrita dravya samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalaya muhura ho rasiku bhuvi bhavuka. You must drink that nectar. That is the mood of the pure devotee. How do you drink that nectar? It's described that from the lips of the pure devotee, Krishna Katha is flowing like many streams of nectar. Like streams of nectar. Abhada karuna sindhu khatiya muhan gare gare bhule prem ami aravan. Those streams of nectar are flooding the whole world with Krishna prem. It's described that the Uttam Bhagavat, the pure devotee, simply by their darshan, Aishe Krishna Nam, devotion for Krishna, and the performance of Nam Kirtan begins to manifest naturally on the tongue. How? What is that flood of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy? Piyusha Shesha Sharita Sharvanti. That is that nectar of Gurudev's Harikatha. So we are here serving Gurudev's Harikatha, publishing all those lectures, all the Harikatha of Gurudev throughout the world. 1996, 97, 98. Now we're finishing 1999 up to volume 50. And we're continuously publishing these books. And these are the bricks building the temple of Srila Gurudev's mission, Gurudev's transcendental mission. For how long? Swami Prabhupada said, my mission will be 10,000 years by these books. The books are the basis. He said for 10,000 years, the Bhagavat will be the law book for mankind. So Gurudev's Harikatha, this is like the supplemental literature to the, right? Prabhupada is creating the law books and Gurudev is creating all the textbooks. All the textbook literature for what does it mean to be a Gaudiya Vaishnav, follower of Lord Chaitanya. So by following Srila Gurudev, Akshaya Tritiya. This is our process on Akshaya Tritiya. The best thing to do is to hear Gurudev Katha. Akshaya. Then we get an imperishable result. Akshaya. Anything you do on this day is successful. Success meaning beyond this material realm. Not bodily success, spiritual success. So, one thing to meditate upon is Srila Gurudev and Srila Swami Prabhupada. Last night we were speaking about the glories of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the miracle he performed in this world. And as Gurudev described the glories of Srila Swami Prabhupada, again and again, life after life, if we were to speak the glories of Swami Prabhupada, we would not come to the end. If we were to start now, and for many lifetimes speak his glories, we would not finish. This is the glories of the Acharyas. Why? Why could we not finish? Because his pastimes are not limited just to what we saw with our eyes or we heard. They're continually going on. We are attached to past, present, future, right? Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada came in 1966. But for 20 years before that, he was already writing back to Godheads and distributing this literature. And before that, and before that, and after now, is his Leela finished? Our Gurudev's Leela is finished? Oh, everything is finished. And Samadhi. Why Samadhi? Why not burial? Samadhi means he is continually performing his Leela. And if you go and take shelter of that place, you can come in contact with him from there, wherever he is present. So Gurudev spoke this about 6th verse of Gurvastakam. Nikunja yuno rati keli siddhaya yali bir yuktir apekshaniyai. Rati keli siddhai. Our beloved gurus, they're performing that service to perfect the pastimes of the meetings of Radha and Krishna. How glorious must they be? Here our beloved Radha Krishna, the absolute truth, Supreme Personality of Godhead and his beloved, his eternal Shakti, Srimati Radhika. And our Guru Varga is serving to perfect their pastimes. Rati Keli Siddhai. How glorious are they? How glorious, we can imagine. And what are those pastimes? Every year in Kartik, every day we would sing this beautiful bhajan, Damodarastakam. And how does it conclude? Right? Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nanta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. Oh, pranam to what? First, Namaste Stu Dhamne Spuradhipti Dhamne Tadiyadarayata Vishwasya Dhamne Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nanta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. First to the rope. What is that rope? Krishna is unlimited. Namo Ananta Leelaya. His pastimes are unlimited. Krishna is unlimited. His incarnations, his expansion. Ananta Shesh, the final expansion, is Ananta. Shesh means the end and Ananta means unlimited. The end of Krishna is unlimited. And so Mother Yashoda is binding Krishna with her love. And what is present within Krishna? Everything. When Krishna opened his mouth, Mother Yashoda saw everything is there. Everything is within Krishna. Nothing is outside of Krishna. Krishna says in Gita chapter 7, Mata parataram nanyad chinchidastira nanja. Everything is resting upon me. Everything is within Krishna. But yet Krishna says, Swadhama parama, I am in my own abode. So Krishna Leela is eternal. And Ratikeli Siddhai, our Guru Varga, are eternally assisting in the meetings of Sri Radha and Krishna. This is not speculation. This is according to our Guru Varga's teachings, our Sastra teaching. And yet we are given a glimpse. Really, with our material mind, we cannot measure the absolute. Adoksaj. Beyond our mind, right? This is the Sastra. Krishna is beyond our comprehension, but yet he appears in his sweet human-like form and gives us some example of his loving pastimes. So on days like today, we should meditate on Krishna. We are present with many senior devotees. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada said, after practicing Harinam for 15 years, approximately, who has been chanting Harinam here for 15 years? Many devotees, yes? Pushpadanta Prabhu, Rasaraj Prabhuji, Dharmaraj Prabhuji, Jagannath Prabhuji, Swati Mataji, Anuradha Mataji, Prabhuji Mataji. So Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said in Radha Kund at 19, I believe it was 32, he said, if you have been chanting Harinam for 15 years, you should develop some taste in Harinam by hearing and also by beginning to absorb your mind in the process of developing in spiritual life, the positive attainment. There are two sides of spiritual life. We spoke a little bit about this last night. The path of fear and regulation and the path of attraction and devotion. And both serve each other. There's two rules and regulation in Sastra. What are the primary rules and regulation of Sastra? Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavya najati chit sarvavidya nishedya sur etayoreva kinkara. Always remember Krishna, never forget. From this, all the instructions come. Don't do this, do this. So Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, we have been focusing on anartha nibritti, which means to give up all unwanted tendencies, all bad habits, and to eradicate all our anarthas. And the other side is artha pravritti, we should achieve or strive towards the positive attainment. And then he said, therefore we must hear about Krishna Lila. Hear about Krishna Lila. Why? The gopis pray in Geet Govinda, Gopi Geet. Gopi Geet. Tava katamritam tapta jivanam shravana mangalam shrimadatam. Tava katamritam. Krishna's katha is amrita, nectar. Amrita, nectar. What is Krishna katha? Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Shrinvata Swakatha Krishna, earlier part. This is preparing for Gopi Geet, 5 life airs of the Bhagavatam. Shrinvata Swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana. What is that Swakatha Krishna? Swakatha Krishna is not only an artha nibritti. Right? The Goswamis gave many literatures to prepare us. What is that? Upadeshamrita, Vahacha Vega, Manasa Krodha Vega, Jiva Vega, Udarupastam, Atyahara Prayasascha, Utsannishted, Tadati Pratignati, Krishnitiyasya, and so forth. Drishya Subhava, Sat Krishna Nama, all these instructions are there. Manashiksha is there. If you study Manashiksha, very quickly it comes to Artha Pravritti. From the very beginning of Manashiksha. Why? Upadeshamrita is the foundation, nectar of all instruction. Then Manashiksha, lessons to the mind. What does Raghunath Goswami teach? From the very beginning, the positive attainment. What is that? Guru goste gostale su sujane bursuragane. Oh, you should meditate upon Guru and Goshta, Vrindavan Dham, Gostala Ishu, the Brijabhasis, and all those pious good people in Braj. And Swa Mantra Namne, your mantras in Harinam. Meditate upon mantra and Harinam. So that does not mean that we are always thinking, oh, I am bogus, I am useless, I am fallen. Gurudev would describe this to be like chasing a shadow or chasing your tail. Dog is always chasing its tail. I am useless, I am fallen, I am bogus, I am bogus, I am bogus. This is not Harinam. I am bogus, I am bogus, I am bogus, I am bogus. I am rascal, I am rascal, I am rascal, I am rascal. I am bogus, I am bogus. Yes, I have anarthas. But Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, how we rid ourselves of these anarthas? Bhakti param bhagavati pratilabhya kamam. Devotion must arise. Then, if you want light to enter a room, you do not shoo it away, darkness. Go away, darkness, go away. Right? How do you bring light into a room if you're in a dark room? You do not get a broom and sweep out the darkness. It doesn't work. Turn on the light. So Gurudev described, what is this? What is Krishna Katha? Vikriditam brajavaduviridam cha vishnu shradhanvito anusuyadata varnayadya bhakting parang bhagavati pratilabhya kamam hridrogamasvapinoti achirena dhira. You should hear Krishna Katha. What is Krishna Katha? Many levels of Krishna Katha. Bhagavatam has many levels of Krishna Katha. But in the beginning, the Bhagavatam says, Shrindvata Swakatha Krishna. So many incarnations are described. Many avatars. And many stories of great devotees, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, and so on and so forth. Ajamil Katha, Gajendra Katha, so many Katha. But what is Krishna Katha? Therefore, Bhagavatam is the setting for Krishna Katha. That was what was lacking. Vedvyas was feeling some unhappiness, unsatisfaction. Why? He had written all the Puranas, Vedas, Upanishad, everything. Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita was finished. Bhagavad Gita was finished. But he was not satisfied. Narad Muni came and said, you have not completely described the sweet pastimes of Krishna. So therefore, in the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami says, Vacha vibhuti natu paramarth. Now I am beginning the essence, the real essence, that is Krishna Katha. And what is the highest of Krishna Katha? Gurudev would say again and again, Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuryaras. Within that Madhurya Ras, what is the essence? Lord Chaitanya spoke the same thing with Ramananda Roy at the Godavari. Right? Oh, Vanashram Dharma, this is the essence of everything. Yes? Gurudev said, Eho bhaya age kaho ar. That is external. It is a platform. But what is more? Right? And nowadays, I was speaking about this, I'll just very briefly mention it. People say Vanashram Dharma means having a farm. This is Vanashram Dharma. This is important, this is part. But Vanashram Dharma means Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprast, Sannyas. Right? And then according to your qualification, Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Brahmin. That is Vanashram, to go through the different stages of life to the highest attainment of life. Then, therefore, Ramananda Roy said, ultimately this is bhakti. Without bhakti, there's no meaning of this life. What is that? Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati. Not only bhakti, but bhakti ras. Right? Before Mahaprabhu, bhakti was present, but Rupa Goswami gave bhakti ras, bhakti rasamrita sindhu. What is that? Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada writes, my Krishna consciousness society is based on what? This verse of Srila Rupa Goswami, Prabhupada writes this many times in his purports. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam jadi kuto pilabhyate tatra lolyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukriterna labhyate. Sukriti is important. Right? Sukriti is very important. Sukriti means spiritual merit. Without Sukriti, how do we get sadhu sangha? What's the verse for bhakti? How do we get bhakti? Bhaktistu bhagavad bhakta sangena parijayate satsanga prapyate pumbi sukriter purva sanchitai. Bhakti comes from the bhakta. And where does that association of the bhakta come from? From Sukriti. So Sukriti is important, just like Varnashram is important. But then, Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati, without taking shelter of realized Vaishnav, hearing their Harikatha, how can bhakti rasa enter their heart? That Shuddha Sattva, that ray of love, comes through the ear, through hearing. That's why it said, you hear from Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, just by sitting in their presence. I know many devotees who would hear from Srila Govinda Maharaj. For 3 hours he would speak in Oriya. And they didn't speak Oriya. But simply sitting in his presence was like waves of bhakti radiating from them. Why? Just their loving glance. Gurudev would say, don't trust these black boxes. Why? To sit in front of the Vaishnav and hear. This is our process of bhakti. But hear what? So everything is leading up to Krishna Katha. Highest Krishna Katha with Srimati Radhika. So this is where our Guru Maharaj is present now. If we were to say, where is Gurudev now? Where is Prabhupada now? Then we have to look in Sastra. Where is Gurudev now? Jagannath Prabhu, where? Where is Gurudev now? Yes, very good. So, according to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes that our Guru Varga, why do we say Nitya Lila Pravishta? That means they are in the pastimes of Radha Krishna. So the pastimes of Radha Krishna, they're going on only in India or here also. We're discussing this today. Right? Krishna Lila is not confined to one place. Where is Vrindavan? Wherever there is remembrance of Vrindavan by realized devotees. Jaistan Vaishnav, Sestan Vrindavan, Sestan Ananda, Asesh. Where the Vaishnavas are, that is Vrindavan, and there is Ananda, bliss with no end. So Vrindavan is here. Why? Thakurji is here, Guru Varga is here, Guru Varga Katha is here, devotees are here. So according to this time, we should understand where is Gurudev. Gurudev is present in Vrindavan, but Krishna is present everywhere. Gurudev is present with Krishna. Sarva Bhuta Hridayam. To Sukadev Goswami it's prayed, he is in the hearts of all the jivas with Krishna. So this is pure Guru. Guru Tattva is with Krishna. So Krishna is here now in this prakosht, in this little area, this temple, Bhakti Ashram. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada arranged this Gaudiya Mat, the daily routine is based on Astakali Lila. Mangal Arti to evening, Sayan Arti, daytime doing book distribution. Why? Krishna is doing Gocharan, grazing the cows. Therefore, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 4 p.m., book distribution, or Sankirtan, or some outreach. Why? Krishna is going out, right? Breakfast, Krishna's breakfast. Evening time, right? Evening time, Prabhupada arranged this method. We come back, have hot milk, and hear Krishna stories from Krishna book. Why? In the evening time, Krishna sits with Nanda Baba Jashoda in a beautiful arena and hears about his pastimes. So Krishna is himself hearing Krishna book. Chanur, who? Snigdakanta, Madhukanta, morning and evening in the Prakrit Dham, eternal abode, are speaking Krishna Katha. And Krishna is relishing this Katha. So now, this time of day, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bhajan Rahasya, what is Gurudev doing now? I'm only speaking this for senior devotees. Why? I'm junior, but so many senior devotees are here. So this is our meditation. All right, when chanting Harinam, Gurudev would go on his morning walk and he would say, where is Krishna? What is he doing now? And people would think, I've never heard this question. I said, why not? You should ask yourself, where is Krishna? What is he doing now? According to what time? Vrindavan time? No, here time. Here's also Vrindavan. Gurudev desired all around the world, all his devotees' homes, these are all Nam Hatta centers, where the holy name is glorified and served. And by chanting the holy name, you can enter Arta Pravritti, this real positive spiritual life, and then you can meditate on Shri Krishna Lila. So this time of day, this is Aparana Lila, leading into Sayan Kaliya Bhajan Lila. At this time of day, it's described by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Shri Radhika grihe gelo, Krishna lagi bhirachilo, Nana vidya kadya upaharo, Shnataramya veshadhari, Priya mukekshana kori, Smariman ananda hailo. Right? What is going on now? Right now, here. Why Radha Krishna are here? That means their pastimes are going on. So, after Madhyana Lila at Sri Radha Kund, midday pastimes from 11 to 3:30, Sri Krishna is going back with the cows to Nanda Bhavan, and Srimati Radhika is returned to Javat, her home, and there she is bathing and dressing and preparing many varieties of preparations. What is she making? Karpura keli, amrita keli, and so forth. Sandesh, so many sweets like Swati Mataji cooks very nicely, following guidance of Srimati Radhika, right? I remember. Nice sweets, nice preparations. Manmohan Prabhu also. Oh. I remember as a kid, right? Oh, Swati is cooking today. Manmohan Prabhu cooking today. Oh, lucky day. What will they make today? Something fresh, something new, something very sweet. Divya Mataji is cooking today. Oh. So many nice preparations. Why? Anywhere there's bhakti present, a little bit of bhakti, we are following the footsteps of. Where is bhakti coming from? Who is the source of bhakti? Gurudev would say again and again, we are not looking for Krishna. We're looking for pure love of Krishna. How we can get that pure love of Krishna? Therefore, bhajami radham aravinda netram smarami radham madhura smitasyam badhami radham karuna baradram tato mamanyasti gatirna kapi. O Radharani, offering obeisance to you again and again. Bhajami, not only obeisance, bhajami. Why Srimad Bhagavatam says, even Krishna is worshipping Srimati Radhika. Anaya radita nunam. Bhagavan Harir Ishvara. That Bhagavan Shri Krishna Ishwar, he is serving Srimati Radhika. Picking flowers, decorating her hair, leading her through the pathways on the bank of the Jamuna, Kalindi. So Gurudev said, oh, if we want bhakti, we must take shelter of Bhakti Devi, goddess of bhakti. Who is that? Who is the personification of that Swarup Shakti? That is Srimati Radhika. Therefore, Seva Kunj, Gurudev established everywhere. Here's Seva Kunj. Seva Kunj. The grove of loving service. Who is serving who? Gopis, everyone is serving Krishna. Gopis are serving Krishna, but Krishna is serving Srimati Radhika. Why? Smara galla kandanam mama sirasi mandanam dehi pada palavamudharam. Krishna is offering prayers to Srimati Radhika and offering pranam at her lotus feet. Not just to Srimati Radhika. Krishna is not only praying to Srimati Radhika, to her associates. What is the praman? Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is the praman. Yad kinkari shubahusha kaluka kuvani nityang parasya purushasya shikartamoli tasya kadaras nidir vrishabhanu jayas tat keli kunja bhavanangana marjani sham. Oh, Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad says, I pray to be a stick in the broom that sweeps the groves of Vrindavan. Stick in the broom. Why? Because Shri Krishna is offering pranam at the lotus feet of who? Shri Rupa Manjari, Shri Rati Manjari. Please allow me to enter into the kunj to see Swamini, Srimati Radhika. No. Get out. Jahi Madhava, Jahi Keshava. No. So, but we are so exalted, we will not worship Srimati Radhika. More than Krishna. We are so great, we will not take shelter of Srimati Radhika's maidservants. Why? We are very qualified. We will worship Krishna. But Krishna says, if you worship me, if I accept your worship or not, there's no guarantee. Krishna told Arjuna, Ye me jana bhakta parta. O Arjuna, those who call themselves my devotees, I do not accept them. Unless you are the devotee of my devotee. So we are so exalted, we will not take shelter of Srimati Radhika and the Brajagopis. Udhava and Brahma took shelter of the Brajagopis. Why? Bhande nanda brajastrinam padarenum abhikshnasa yasam hari katod gitam punati bhuvanatrayam. Uddhava prayed, all glories to the dust of the lotus feet of the Brajagopis. And their kirtan about Shri Krishna purifies the three worlds. So Lord Brahma also took shelter of the Brajagopis, and Uddhava prayed also, Asamaho charanarenum jusamahamsham brindavane kimapi gulmalato sadinam. All glories to those Brajagopis. So devotees of their devotees. How? By taking shelter of Srila Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada. So Gurudev is there. Gurvastakam describes that Guru, Shakshar Hari Tvena. How is he that position? Why? Because Kintu Prabhoya eva priyatasya, he's doing that very dear service to Krishna. What? Not only saving the jivas, that is Naimatika Lila. What is Guru's Nitya Lila? Nitya Lila Pravishta. Kintu Prabhoya eva priya, he's very dear to Krishna. Why? Oh, because Ratikeli Siddhai, Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai. This is the verse before, right? First comes this verse, then Shakshad Hari Tvena Samasta Sastre. And people say, oh, this is only about this world. This world is naimatik, temporary. Lila and here is also naimatik. But what is Nitya Lila? Kintu Prabhoya eva priyatasya. He's performing that very dear service. What? Oh, arranging the pastimes of Radha Krishna. So therefore, Aparan Kaliya Bhajan, it's described that you should first meditate on Shikshastakam and the verses and teachings of the Shikshastakam. So for this time of day, Shikshastakam, we meditate on the 5th song of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Shikshastakam. What is that? Anadi karama phale podi bhavarna vajhale tori bhare nade ki upay. Hatasa hoya hari tava naam dhuka kori bhara duke dhaki bhara bhar. And the next song, Aparada phale mama chitta bela vajra sama tua name nalabhe vikara tua name nalabhe vikara. We should not just meditate. This is not our process. Our process is not meditation. Our process is Nama Sankirtanam. Right? Nama Sankirtan, chanting Harinam, Japa, and loud Kirtan. Like we hear from Pushpadantru, nice Harinam Kirtan, Mahamantra Kirtan. Right? I remember living in Navadvip, and all night long you can hear them doing Kirtan in different villages. We lived in Koladvip for months, And for weeks and weeks on end, they would have all-night kirtan. Different villages, in all different directions, you could hear them doing Mahamantra kirtan. This is our process of bhajan. Why? By the power of the holy name, our consciousness will be cleared. Chetad harpanam arjanam bhava mahadav agni namapanam. Only sitting meditation, Gurudev said, right? First lecture he gave in Eugene, Gurudev said, this will only be cheating. Oh, Siddha Pranali, I will achieve my meditation in my eternal form. He said, this will just be some cheating. But he said, by serving Harinam and hearing Harikatha, then your consciousness will be cleared and then natural smaran will occur. Natural. But in the meantime, what smaran do we perform? Gurudev, Anukirtanam. Anukirtan. Gurudev said, Anukirtan means again hear what Guru and Vaishnavas speak. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes these lila. And we can meditate on these lila without any speculation, because it's there in Shastra. This is not speculation. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur described, as Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur described, this is pure, this is bona fide. Then by again and again hearing and chanting, then Swarasiki Upasana, natural remembrance of Radha Krishna Lila can occur. So therefore we meditate on Guru Pad Padma and with relationship. This is important. We are not just meditating on Radha Krishna, we are not meditating on the Lila. We are hearing from our acharyas, their pastimes, with the understanding and relationship that our Guru Varga is present there. Gurudev said, in this path, kripa is necessary, mercy. Right? We're not only on the sadhana path. He said to achieve the highest position of Radha Dasyam, kripa is necessary. We're on the path of kripa siddhi, perfection through mercy. How do you achieve that kripa mercy? Sambandha, relationship to Guru Pad Padma. Therefore, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev are so merciful. We've heard stories of people who had left the path of bhakti, but before leaving this world, they were saying, oh, Prabhupada has come for me. Oh, Srila Prabhupada has come for me. By our effort, by our sadhana. Right? Therefore, it's said that by our effort, we do not find Krishna. By our prayers, by our desire for relation with Him, then Krishna sends Brajavasi. People ask, oh, I want to find Guru. How do I find Guru? I want to find Guru. I want to find Krishna. No. That's not the process. Gurudev said you must pray. You must pray to Krishna for a relationship with Him. Then He will send Guru and Vaishnav. Then they will find you. Right? In the West, we found Prabhupada or he found us. I haven't heard of a Westerner from America going to India, meeting Prabhupada and then inviting him to America. Anyone from America invited Prabhupada? But Krishna sent Prabhupada. He found us. The Guru finds us. And then after, Prabhupada said, oh, Bhaktivedanta and Narayan Goswami Maharaj, my dear friend, you should go and help them. Help them continue on this path, make advancement on this path, understand this path, and achieve the goal of life. And Gurudev said, therefore, again and again, he said, we should preach like in the time of Swami Prabhupada. And we should also practice bhakti and develop to the goal of life. That is the real purpose of the preaching. Right? Both things must go on. So, now we meditate on Gurudev, Srila Swami Prabhupada, serving in these pastimes. This is not speculation. This is according to Siddhanta. So Srimati Radhika cooks very nicely in the evening for Krishna, and in the evening time, she does not go directly to Nanda Bhavan. Right? Morning time, Srimati Radhika cooks in Nanda Bhavan. Morning time. But it's hard enough to go once a day. Jatila will not let her go. Evening time. Many days she does not even want her to go in the morning. Parakiya Lila. Yogamaya arranges this difficulty. Evening time, Rati, Manjari will go. Or others, and they will give this to who? Not to directly Krishna. Dhanishta, who gives to Madhya Yashoda, and then Krishna, when he arrives, it's described as he's coming back from the hooves of the cows, it's like a beautiful cloud, fine sandal powder. Right? You imagine this fragrance in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, every particle of dust is Chintamani. Gurudev said in Vrindavan, in this world, everything is gems. People like gemstones, but they have no fragrance and they're very hard. But in Vrindavan, every flower is more brilliant and beautiful than a gem, but it's very soft and very fragrant. Chintamani prakara sadma sukalpa vriksha. Every particle of dust is Chintamani. So you imagine all the particles of dust raised by the hooves of the cows. How many? Krishna's 9,900,000 cows. Shridam, Sudam, Subal, other cows. And this dust is rising and Krishna is coming. And this dust is like chandan on the body of Krishna. Why? Now Chandan Yatra is beginning. Every day Krishna's, this chandan. What is chandan? Gopi chandan? Why do we don't wear Saka chandan. Vatsalya ras chandan. Dasya ras chandan. Shanta ras chandan. What are we wearing? Gopi chandan. Anyone argues this? We don't argue about this. Oh, go to Loy Bazaar and get me some Gopi chandan. Why don't we call it Gopa chandan? Pushparanta Prabhu, you wear Gopa chandan or Gopi chandan? Jagannath Prabhu is wearing Gopi chandan. Right? Gopi chandan. Why? Gurudev said, Mahaprabhu came especially to give this Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Kodite Prachar. What is that? Highest pinnacle? Unnata Ujjvala Rasam Svabhakti Shriyam. That love of Srimati Radhika manifested. Gurudev said all these gopis, they are not different jivas. They are only Kaya Vyuha. Manifestations of Srimati Radhika's own bhav, her own mood of love for Krishna. Desire to please Krishna. So we take that on our forehead. Right? Namo Maha. What is that glory? Krishna Prema Pradayate. Who has that Krishna Prem? That is her property. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Mahaprabhu is giving that? How is Mahaprabhu giving Krishna Prem? We pray to Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Mahaprabhu is giving Krishna Prem, but how? First he received from Srimati Radhika as Krishna. Right? Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Nomi Ghora Swarupam. The mood, and then the complexion of Srimati Radhika. Then Krishna Prema Pradayate. Yes? How can Krishna give love for himself? No, it's not possible. But he came as a bhakta, taking shelter of Srimati Radhika, therefore we are wearing Gopi Chandan. Why? Uddhava said, Vande Nanda Brajastrinam Padarenum. Padarenu, the dust from the lotus feet of the gopis, that is our tilak. Uddhava said, Asamaho Charani, I want to become like a blade of grass so that the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis comes on my head. Narad Muni established this. Why? He took shelter of Srimati Radhika as a little baby, Varshana, and prayed, oh please, let me take shelter of you. She said, okay, you should stay at Narad Kund and do bhajan. Meditate on my mantra. So Gurudev describes like this. Gurudev was speaking about this in Eugene. He said, Narad Muni came to Vrindavan and said, please, Krishna has a high fever. And the only thing, he said, that will alleviate his fever is the foot dust of his devotees. Right? We see in this world, we are very afraid. I will touch the feet of the Vaishnav and put the dust on my body. Mahaprabhu said, Bhakta Paraduli, Bhakta Parajal, Bhakta Bhuktavashesh, the remnants of the devotees, dust from the lotus feet, water that has bathed their lotus feet, that gives so much spiritual strength. But no. Vaishnav. Who is Vaishnav? They are not Vaishnav. Only Vaishnav is my Sampradaya. What Sampradaya? I don't know what Sampradaya. We are all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, one Sampradaya. Right? Also in Eugene, Gurudev said, right, Lord Brahma, Narad, Ved Vyas, they're all in this Gaudiya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So Prabhupada established in the beginning of his Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, he says, these are the gurus in our Sampradaya. Lord Brahma, Narad, Ved Vyas, all the way down the line through Madhvacharya to Mahaprabhu, 6 Goswamis, to the present day Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. And he said this will continuously go on. So, how can we... Krishna said, I want to take the dust from the lotus feet of the devotees. And everyone said, no, I will not give. I will not give. Why? I will go to hell. Krishna is God. Krishna is God. How can we give him the dust of our feet? No one would accept. Then Narad came to Vrindavan. The gopis said, Gurudev said this. The gopis said, Narad, why didn't you give the dust from your feet? You were right there with Krishna. Krishna said, I need the dust of my devotees' feet. Narad Muni, you should have given him immediately. Then, since all this time you've been asking everyone for the dust, Krishna still has his fever. You should have given it once. Narad Muni said, no. I am not qualified. You think if Narad Muni would have given, Krishna would have accepted? Of course he would have accepted. So joyfully he would have accepted. But Narad Muni has special lila. Narad Muni's lila is to glorify the topmost devotees. Brihad Bhagavatamrita. He wants to glorify the topmost devotees. Who are they? Brajagopis. Right? Krishna himself glorifies them. So the Brajagopis, immediately they gave. And Narad Muni said, you're not worried about going to hell? Yes, no problem. If that is necessary for pleasing Krishna. They didn't think we are high, we are low. Gurudev said one thing. He said, there's another lecture, another time. Sita Devi was walking in the forest and she stepped on a sharp piece of grass like a thorn, and it pierced her foot, and she felt her feet were so soft, softer than cotton. And she sat down. And Lord Ram sat down to take the thorn from her foot, and she moved her foot aside. No. Oh Ram, you are Parameshwar, you are the Supreme Lord. And you are my husband, my Prabhu. I cannot let you touch my feet. So Gurudev said, Sita Devi, she is in Dasya Ras, with some Madhurya, but primary Dasya mood. Just like the queens of Dwarka, Dasya mood, with some Madhurya, but primary is Dasya. Why? If Gurudev would say, hey, if you don't listen to me now, I'll send you home. I'll send you back to your home. Satyabhama, why are you doing man? She had a little bit of man from Srimati Radhika, but not so much. She said, I'll send you home. So immediately she said, yes. So Gurudev said, when Srimati Radhika steps on any thorn in the forest, any sharp grass, and sits down, immediately Krishna will take it out, massage her feet, give some cream, give some ointment, bathe her feet with her tears. So what is the mood there? What is the height of the mood there? So therefore, when Krishna is saying, I'm having a fever, I need foot dust. What is that fever of Krishna? What is Krishna's fever? Viraha Agni, fever of Krishna's separation. So this is our path of Krishna consciousness. How can we achieve this mood of the Brajabasis? Who are the Brajabasis? Our Guru Varga. Srila Gurudev, Srila Swami Prabhupada, they are Brajabasis. Ati Marita Charitraya. We should not only think their glories are here. It would take millions of lifetimes to glorify them, because their pastimes are always going on. Therefore, as we are glorifying them, their glories are increasing. Yes? Right? Why? We're speaking a few words of their glories. In the meantime, so many beautiful pastimes are going on. And to glorify them, we have to take birth again and again. Yes? Now Srila Swami Prabhupada there. What is his form? Vaishnavas who have realization know and describe. So Krishna, when he's coming home from grazing the cows, Mother Yashoda sees Krishna and he's covered with this beautiful chandan. Soft, like there's powdery chandan, right? Very soft, very soft. And Mother Yashoda takes the corner of her shawl. Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes this. And she takes the dust from Krishna's face and she's weeping tears of joy. We see this beautiful painting Prabhupada arranged where Mother Yashoda is welcoming Krishna and Krishna's running. Nanda Baba is there, Sakas are there. Then Mother Yashoda performs Arati. So what is Arati? Arati in Vaidhi Marg, Arati in Rag Marg, very different. Arati in Vaidhi Marg means how nice can I look, and how many times, and how loud, and how nicely can I blow the conch shell, how nicely can I twirl the chamara. This is how good my Arati is. How nicely I can move my hand, right? And rules and regulation, every day I will do this. This is very good. But Mother Yashoda's Arati is very different. Is there any scratch on Krishna's face? And any inauspiciousness, any pain, any trouble, any suffering, may this be removed. In this way, Mother Yashoda is doing Arati of Krishna. Then the elder gopis, they bathe Krishna, dress Krishna, and Krishna sits and takes his meal. This time. Then Sayam Kali Lila begins. Right? Shri Radhika Sayam Kale Krishna Lagi Birachile. Srimati Radhika and Javat is feeling great separation. Why? A moment without Krishna's embrace, without meeting Krishna, feels like an age. Right? Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. Krishna himself is praying with this mood as Mahaprabhu. Why? Because he is absorbed, immersed in that mood of Srimati Radhika. So he's praying, the age has passed since I've met with Krishna. Even though they were just together. And it's described that as Krishna is coming home, sometimes he will pass by Javat, and Srimati Radhika can look through the window of her kitchen and see Krishna. And sometimes even Krishna will come and beg from her some sweet, some preparation. Sometimes he will dress as a sannyasi, even a Brahmin, and hide himself and beg something from Srimati Radhika. And directly meeting Krishna, she will always have man. This is one of Srimati Radhika's mood. Directly even she's meeting, but she'll say, no, get out. So Krishna in Nanda Bhavan takes his meal, and then after that, he is sitting with Nanda Baba and Jashoda, he hears Harikatha every evening. So we think Harikatha is only for us. No, Krishna himself is hearing Harikatha. Who is Hari? There's two Hari. One is who is stealing Srimati Radhika's heart and mind, and one is who is stealing Krishna's heart and mind. This is described by Srila Rupa Goswami. Who is stealing the mind of Krishna? That is Hare. And who is stealing the mind of Hare? That is Hari. This is the pastime with the divine couple, Radha Krishna. So we are praying for their service. So then Dhanishta takes Krishna's remnants and gives to the hand of Sri Rati Manjari, and she takes back to Javat, and then Srimati Radhika takes with all her associates. So where is Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Varga? They're there. Why? Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays. We're in the Bhaktivinoda Dhara, line of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the line of Rupa Goswami and Swarup Damodar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, Lalita Sakira Yogya Kinkori Vinoda Dhari Chepai. I am in that group of Srimati Lalita Saki. And so they're all present taking prasad. This is one indication only. Why? Namo Anantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Anantalilaya Anantalila Anantalila. Krishna's pastimes are unlimited. But our mind is limited. Right? It's described. The Ramayana in this world is this length. In Swarga is this length. In higher planets this length. So how long are Krishna's pastimes? How long can you describe them? Namo Ananta. Harikatha Ananta. Hari Ananta. Oh look, she's already back, Navavrinda, with her daughter. Jai, Navavrinda ki, Jai. Wow, it came back so soon. Haribo. What is your daughter's name?
Sorry?
Your daughter?
Yes, Anuradha.
Sorry?
Anuradha.
Anuradha. Welcome, Anuradha. Hare Krishna. Wow.
She wants to be Radhika. She said.
Okay, Anuradha is also named Radhika, no problem. Thank you for coming. Wow. You just got there and turned back, huh? Okay, now we have to speak for 2 more hours. Hare Krishna. No problem, I won't make you shy. No problem. Okay, finishing up. Almost finished. Namo Ananta Lilaya Devaya Tubhyam. So this is how we perform Akshaya Tritiya. Why? We must not be afraid. Right? There's the path of regulation and the path of attraction. And we must balance these both. Otherwise, how can we progress in bhakti? See, I see Jagannath Prabhu, very big, strong, but some soft, sweet mood there. Right? Yesterday we were talking about this, right? Krishna comes to your door, knock, knock. Who's there? Krishna. Oh, what do you want? What do you want? Gurudev would say like that. If Krishna asks you, what do you want? Rasaraj Prabhu, what do you want? Oh, would you like to become Indra? Oh, many people would say, oh, what is Indra? King of heaven. Sounds pretty good. I'll try it for a while. Would you like to become Lord Brahma? Today is Akshaya Tritiya, the first day of creation. Brahma created this and that. Therefore, the Bhagavatam describes all the headaches. If you read about creation, it's all the headaches. This happened, and this happened, and this happened, and Brahma gave up this one form, and then another form. And then you read the rest of the Bhagavatam, all the problems about this world. Hiranyakashipu came, Hiranyaksha, Kamsa, Ravan, all these great demons. But we're so attached to this world, and my birth, and my life. But Gurudev would say, how can we achieve our eternal birth, eternal life? Therefore, Artha Pravritti, follow this positive method of spiritual life. Krishna Katha, Krishna Katha. Smartavya Satatam Vishnu. You must always remember Krishna. How can we remember Krishna? Remembering Krishna means become attracted to Shri Krishna. Remember his sweet pastimes. What is the qualification? Gurudev would say, to hear. Hear about Krishna from Vaishnavas, this is our qualification. We are qualified to hear. First limb of Navada Bhakti, ninefold limb of devotion, is Shravanam, hearing. So people say, I'm only qualified to hear this and this and this and this. No. Hearing means we should hear. Hear from Vaishnavas. According to the desire of the Vaishnavas, they'll speak. That is our qualification, to hear. Like next week, right? Bhakti Swarup Sridhar Maharaj is coming. What is your qualification? As he speaks, you hear. That is your qualification. Our qualification is to hear from Vaishnavas. When Swami Prabhupada came, we didn't tell him, oh Prabhupada, speak from here to here, and from here to here. No. As he speaks, we hear. As Gurudev came, so many beautiful things Gurudev spoke, and we hear. That is our qualification. And by hearing, we can make rapid advancement in this process of Krishna consciousness. So we are praying to Srila Gurudev, right, for his mercy. I was thinking to speak a little bit about Sri Gadadhar Pandit. We observed his Virbhav a few days ago. Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radhika in this age, the associate of Mahaprabhu, very dear from childhood, very dear friend of Mahaprabhu. In Jagannath Puri, he took Kshetra Sannyas. Why? Mahaprabhu had moved to Puri, so he thought, I will take Kshetra Sannyas and he won't send me away. Gurudev described that Mahaprabhu said to Nityananda Prabhu, oh, why have you come back? You should stay preaching. He said, why have you come? You should preach. And I'll be happy if I don't see you again here next year. Gurudev said like that. So therefore, Gadadhar Pandit said, I will take Kshetra Sannyas. Kshetra Sannyas. Then Mahaprabhu went to South India. He said, oh no, what have I done? Then Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan. Oh no, alas. But every day when Mahaprabhu was there, he would hear from Gadadhar Pandit. Therefore, we should think he became Mahaprabhu. He had his different reasons, establishing Nam Sankirtan and Rag Marga Bhakti Loke Kurite Prachara, preaching about the spontaneous path of divine love. But also for his internal region, Radhaya Pranaya Mahima, to understand the glories of Srimati Radhika's love. Therefore, he said, I cannot only go, you must come, Srimati Radhika. You must come and teach me. How will I understand Radhaya Pranaya Mahima? In the Chaitanya Charitamrita is described by Kaviraj Goswami. How will I understand that? Therefore, every day at the Tota Gopinath garden, I Tota before. Very beautiful garden. Who's been there? Right? Tota Gopinath. Oh, one of the most beautiful places in the world. You go there, Tota Gopinathji is sitting, either side, Srimati Radhika and Lalita, in Krishna Varna, Sham complexion. And Krishna is sitting there. Every day, Sri Gadadhar Pandit would speak Srimad Bhagavatam and Harikatha. Every day. You imagine hearing from Gadadhar Pandit. One day, right? We pray. We pray one day we can hear from Gadadhar Pandit Srimad Bhagavatam. I want to hear from Gadadhar Pandit. If you were to say top 5 people you want to hear Harikatha from, right? Top 5 speakers of the Bhagavatam. Who's the top 5 speakers of the Bhagavatam? Sukadeva Goswami, Sutta Goswami, Vedvyas, Lord Shiva, Gadadhar Pandit. Who else? Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Oh, now 6. How to order? Who do you want to hear from? Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Srimati Radhika's maidservant, or Gadadhar Pandit, Srimati Radhika herself? Oh, I want to hear from Srila Gurudev. We heard many times. Now Vrindavan Prabhu he's doing Bhagavat Saptaha where? What series are you on? France, 1999. Gurudev for 7 days speaking about the Bhagavatam. So sweet, so sweet. Why? How Gurudev spoke is perfectly applicable to us in the West, fallen as I am, as we are. Right? How he spoke so properly, so purely, so nicely, and developing so much bhakti in the devotees. And Gurudev said, I read this in Eugene also, I think. Gurudev gave 7-8 lectures in Eugene, 96. And he was saying, if we sincerely follow and practice, maybe next life we can become closer to Mahaprabhu's time and some Brahmanda, and then closer, and then closer. And very soon, I think maybe next life, Pushpadanta Prabhu is doing Nam Sankirtan, Mahaprabhu's association. Why? Prabhupada is calling, Gurudev is calling. I'm sorry Prabhu, I'm not trying to speculate, but Gurudev has so much affection, especially for any devotees who are very nice kirtaniyas. Then Gurudev says, I need your help. Come. So Gurudev said, if we nicely practice bhakti, then Mahaprabhu will call us where? Jagannath Puri. Yes, Prabhuji. Jagannath Puri Kirtan. Very nice Kirtan. So we should not have any doubt. Gurudev said again and again, don't be hopeless and have no doubt. This life, we have so many problems. I know everywhere people say, problems and suffering and anarthas and this problem and that problem. We are not in the process of perfection by our own effort or by our own qualification. We are in the process of mercy, despite all our shortcomings. If we have one thing, Guru Bhakti, and that one thing will take us through beyond this world. Therefore, we hear, Hari Namer Noka Kani, Shri Guru Kandari, Shri Guru Kandari. Two things. Hari Nam is the boat and Guru is the captain. If we have Hari Nam and Guru, bas. Saba Jiva Hoilo Par, Premera Batashe, Premera Batashe. All jivas can cross over. All jivas. Not only qualified jivas, not only Brahmins and Pandits and scholars. Not only very strong bhaktas. Why? All jivas. Jada, Anda, Atula. Those who are unqualified with no good qualities. Those who are blind and lame and fools. They are crossing over by the favorable winds of prem. So no doubt, don't be hopeless. Gurudev said, I am come to tell you, don't be hopeless. Your Prabhupada came and by his desire, by his mercy, he came here. Not by our qualification. And he is still here. This is the lesson of our Gurudev. This is the point of this class. Gurudev is present in his Nitya Lila. Where is that Nitya Lila? Wherever his devotees are present. Why? He is in the heart of the devotees. When Guru disappears, he appears where? When Guru gives mantra, pure devotee Guru, he enters the heart of the disciple. So we see, Gurudev, Prabhupada, Gurudev, Prabhupada. Why? He enters the heart of his disciple. And with Paramatma, he's sitting there guiding Chaitya Guru. And as Shiksha and Diksha Guru. And we may, I'm going astray, but Krishna and Guru will always bring us back. Neha bikramo nasasti pratyavayo navidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. We should have faith in Krishna's Gita. If we have performed the smallest amount of bhakti in our life, that is never lost, that is never lost, that is never lost. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Very quickly will become righteous dharmatma. Dharmaraj. Very quickly. Right? Our fallen condition, that is our qualification. We are fallen. That is my qualification. I am fallen. Je jata patita hoy tavadoya tatatoy. Lord Nityananda says, you are fallen? I will save you. Jagai madai. Moi swapapishta. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami said, I am more fallen than Jagai Madai. Those who take my name accrue sin. But emon doyal donaire. There's no one more merciful than Gaur Nitai. So we conclude with the glorification of Shri Gaur Nitai. Heno Nitai Vinebai Radha Krishna Paitenai. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, we can never achieve the shelter of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. And what does Lord Nityananda Prabhu teach us? Gauda Prema Rasarnave. Enter into the ocean of Gauda Prem. Gauda Prem. What is Gaur Prem? Gurudev said Gauda Prem means Dasya. Mood of service to Gaur Hari. And he said, if you develop that mood of Dasya Ras, I am the servant of Gaur Hari. Then, and you dive into that mood of love for Gauranga Mahaprabhu as Sevak, as Das. Then, Radha Madhava Antaranga, you will emerge in the association of Shri Radhika, Madhav, where? Gurudev is there, Prabhupada is there. So this is our aspiration. We pray for the shelter of Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, Nityananda Prabhu Mahaprabhu said, go and preach about Krishna everywhere. Everywhere preach about Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, I will preach about Krishna. But which Krishna? You are right in front of me, Krishna, as Gaur. I am Nityananda Balaram, but now I am Nityananda. And Krishna, now he's Gaur. One time, Gaur Nitai, they came to Sachimata's altar and Krishna Balaram were there. And Sachimata came to check the offering. And Gaur Nitai were moving Krishna and Balaram off the altar. And they were sitting there, Gaur Nitai. And they said, now it is our time. So Nityananda Prabhu went everywhere and said, Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Laha Gaurangera Namare, Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Amar Pranare. Worship Gauranga, Bhaja Gauranga, speak about Gauranga, Laha Gauranga Nam, chant Gaura, 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 Gaura. Therefore Prabhupada established, before you chant Mahamantra, we chant Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shri Vasri, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Simply chanting Kirtan and Shravanam, then Smaranam automatically will come. Again and again, hear, this is Smaranam. Remember this to hear. What should you remember? I should hear Harikatha. What should you remember? I should chant Krishna Nam. This is Smaranam. Gurudev said, Harikatha will save you. Otherwise, this age of Kali is an ocean of faults. ocean of fault, but there's one great quality. What is that? Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. So we're praying. Gadadhar Pandit speaks the Bhagavatam. Our Gurudev speaks the Bhagavatam. Speaking that Bhagavatam, tava katamritam tapta jivanam. That is our life. Jivanam, our life, that Harikatha. That Harikatha is so powerful, it also brings separation from Gurudev. And by the power of that separation and aspiration, praying, Gurudev, Kabe habe bholo sedin amar, when will that day come of your mercy? Kripa bindu diya, one drop of your mercy. Karuna na hoile, without your mercy. Kandiya, weeping and weeping. Prana nara kibo, I will not maintain my life. So begging at the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj for his mercy. Again and again, begging at the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the entire Rupanuguru Varga, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. We're praying to always remember this. Let us hear about Krishna. Let us perform Krishna Kirtan. This is our process of bhakti. This is our process. Why? Even the liberated souls are always Atmaramaschmuniyo, eager to hear about Krishna. This is the life and soul of the Vaishnavas. And when they are not hearing, they're remembering what they've heard and praying to again hear. In this way, our life can be sublime. This is how we follow Akshaya Tritiya. Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpa, Tribhasya, Kripa, Sindhuvevacha, Pritanang Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo